DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the Texas Longhorns headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, it's Edwards. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Got his man. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This offense has it with really good field position. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Just smothered on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield. It's Lockett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Sends it back in motion. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat, bailed out by the defensive penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball. Ready?
Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rebels offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing, Underwood. Left side is Abrams. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Running inside, it's Miller. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. He's taking the shot. Hauls it in down the sideline. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
And the Rebels have this offense rolling. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Swapped immediately. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page.
There he goes. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Snap it to the back. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it smothers. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Longhorns! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Turns upfield. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Buying time to his right. Fires to the big fella. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Rebels want to move quickly.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Hits inside. It's Edwards. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting the first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Underwood. Rush right in his face. Out wide left, it's Odom. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Out wide right, it's Abrams. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Turns up, it's Miller. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this.
Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure. He'll heave it deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Finds his man. It's Lindsey. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here's Underwood to throw. Left side is Edwards. At the 35, he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The option, the keeper. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Third down from the gun, Manning. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably right after watching that incompletion there on third down. They were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gives it. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Rebels. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick completion on the out. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Right side, it's Smothers. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth?
But, and he's got room. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Arch Madness. Look out. Blasted as he lets it go.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that.
Fires toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorn! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this.
Grabs it up the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Rebels! Once he got some room, it was over.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And they tacked on the extra point. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Manning. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Second and long here. Arch is going to throw for it. Rush is on. Just gets rid of that one.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Manning from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They're going to field this one in tight quarters. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Underwood. He's looking deep. He's got it down the field. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Rebels come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Throws toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. Picked off to stop the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They go play action with Manning. Buys time to his left. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Underwood. Looking left. Got his man. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Holds on, it's Edwards. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, going to throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today.
And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 15 team, the Syracuse Orange. And it's the Nittany Lions, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Here's Arts to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
He throws one to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Finds his man on the RPO. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Going to the run, it's Edwards. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Play fake, Underwood. Still looking to his right. Touchdown, Rebels. Fit it in the window for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A quick pass to the left. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
Wide open spaces. He's inside the 40. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Got it behind the line. It's Winston. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Rebels offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's Underwood, looking for a deep man. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Finds a seam. He is in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Sending the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Out wide right, it's Simon. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Now, and you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They're all over him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Just a really bad mental error. 2nd and 15 after the delay of game. They'll send the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Smothers. Turning it on. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there with the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Left side is Abrams. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Right side, it's Odom. Makes the catch and he's free. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Edwards.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on 3rd down. They execute well.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Underwood. He's got his man across the middle. The decision for it does not pan out. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Manning. Here comes the heat. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out wide left, it's Abrams. Could not make his way to the corner.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Touchdown, Longhorn! Great job by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Got some green grass. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
That one's not even close. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Texas offense back on the field. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. Left side is Lockett. Breaks into the open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
Out wide left, it's Cook. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure.
Class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs?
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up. And
gashing the D on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Texas. He scores for the 5th time in this game. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fresh set of downs going up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's loose. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield.
Here we go, ready. 180,
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing Manning. Takes a shot at the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.